Hello, Pastor Carl. We are continuing on with our series on the Feast of Israel. Today we come to the Feast of Weeks, or the Feast of Harvest, or the Feast of Pentecost. Now, yesterday we talked about the Feast of First Fruits. First Fruits deals with the barley harvest. 7 weeks after that, 7 times 7 is 49. On the 50th day, 50 days, the day of Pentecost, or the day of weeks, the Feast of Weeks, harvest, the wheat harvest, all of them mean the same thing. This is one of the required feasts that every male Jewish person has to go to Jerusalem for in the time of Jesus. Everybody has to go. Now, we remember that because of the day of Pentecost. We read in Acts chapter 2 about how everyone was gathered from all parts of the world. Now, on Pentecost Sunday, preachers are always challenged to read all of those different countries, Parthians and Medes and Elamites and residents of Mesopotamia, and it's just a way to maybe show off or to understand that this is going to be a challenging Sunday. But there was a new harvest, a new celebration. Jesus had ascended into heaven, the disciples are waiting, and there is now a new harvest that's being celebrated. A harvest of understanding, a harvest of empowerment. All those disciples were there, all those folks were there, and they were all harvesting an understanding of what God had done in the person of Jesus Christ. Yes, the folks in Israel had, for many years, celebrated the wheat harvest, that they were going to have enough to get through the winter. And so, just like the barley harvest that was 50 weeks earlier, the first fruits, now we've got another time to celebrate with the harvest of the wheat. But it goes beyond that. It goes to not just agricultural celebration, but a celebration of the Spirit. When the day of Pentecost comes and the Holy Spirit comes, when the day of Pentecost comes and the Holy Spirit comes to the disciples, harvest of understanding, harvest of empowerment. And that harvest and that feast can still go on in your life and in mine. And that's something for you to think about.